first COVID-19 vaccine may be approved in EU by 2020. After the success of certain vaccine human trials, the European Medicines Agency predicts approval for the first COVID-19 vaccine. The regulatory body is preparing itself in case a vaccine candidate has been found safe and effective. However, the approval will only cover in human use among adults. Marco Cavalieri, head of anti-infectives and vaccines at the EMA, said, "We are preparing ourselves for that possibility so that we as regulators will be ready. It will be a matter of seeing whether this data could be sufficient for allowing any kind of approval by the end of 2020. EMA's current position is inspired by promising results from AstraZeneca's vaccine tests. AstraZeneca's Chimpanzee Adenovirus Factoid vaccine was tested in Phase 1 and 2 single-blind randomized trials. According to The Lancet, participants who had no history of COVID-19 or COVID-19-like illness were administered with a vaccine. The response to the drug was compared to a meningococcal conjugate vaccine administered among the controls. Localized and systemic side effects were more common among subjects, but many responded to paracetamol. No serious adverse reactions were reported by participants who received the vaccine. The findings showed that the vaccine has acceptable safety profile and could improve immune response against COVID-19. Out of 35 participants who received a single dose, 32 or 91% were found with SARS-CoV-2 neutralizing antibodies. All participants exhibited neutralizing antibodies after receiving a booster dose. The EMA observed the promising results, though it has yet to present a target efficacy for COVID-19 vaccines. In the US, the FDA announced its minimum vaccine target requirement for all candidates. A COVID-19 vaccine should either prevent the illness or decrease its severity in at least 50% of all vaccinated individuals. Also, the target efficacy must be demonstrated in large-sized clinical trials. According to Bloomberg, the EMA cannot determine any threshold until they receive data. The regulatory body wants to examine data to weigh risks and benefits for vaccine candidates. Once they have enough information, EMA may define the minimum acceptable level of efficacy for COVID-19 vaccines. The vaccine for children will have to wait longer. This is because any candidates have to be assessed carefully for potential risks. Also, more research is needed on how COVID-19 affects children to better understand how a vaccine can benefit them.